The library is now open. Hello. Are we live? We live? We live? We live? There we go. Now my thing is catching up. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever in the universe or reality you are. My name is Asaithara. I'm the virtual steward of the library at the end of the universe, and happy Monday, January 5th. I hope your day is going spectacularly, and if your day is just beginning or if your day is already coming to an end, I hope your day will be or has been.
Stop it. Get some help.
Wrong button. Absolutely fantastic. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Wow, I know. I'm a professional, truly. Just got here and whistle to stop. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm a professional. It's fine. It was not, in fact, fine. Fano, welcome into the library. I hope you're doing wonderfully today. Oh, great. And Twitch is gonna run ads again. Whatever. Alright. I'll be honest, I'm just gonna let friggin' ad break run while we just like sit around. Trust me, none of you are going to miss anything. We're not going to start throwing cards into a list until everyone is back from Edge. Hey, it's working. I hope so. Jem, welcome back to the library. Ash, welcome back to the library. I hope you're both doing wonderfully today as well. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Save your art. There is no art to save, but I appreciate it. I'll drink water. I need to sleep. Freaking get sleep. Get sleep, Ash. The VOD will be uploaded to YouTube. Exclamation point socials in chat. Fano, thank you so much for the follow. Did I know I'm live? I'm what? I ought to be. So what went wrong? Hi, chat. So last night, I was up until midnight, workshopping and troubleshooting my new graphics card with one of my friends, who's also like one of my main tech supports aside from Rim. And we did get a lot of stuff to work. Except for some reason, streaming now, using my graphics card for stream processing, causes an encoder overload. So, you know, frick me. And so on and so forth. Nerd? How dare you? If I was more of a nerd, I could solve these problems myself. Oyasumi, welcome back to the library. Hope you're doing wonderfully today. How's the match sound where everyone is forced to play mono blue? Sounds like Forgetful Fish. I'm okay, what about you? A little bit frustrated, a little bit, but you know what? We out here. Fish, also known as, it's called Dan Dan. Oh, well, there you go. Now you've got... We have a fish in the channel. Mono Blue Games, that's my own personal hell. Counterspell Wars. Where everyone wastes their entire hand and nobody wins. Sounds great. So yeah, this is a little bit different for considering what we usually do, but so over the weekend I was out at my local comics shop and game store. Make sure to support your local game store if you have one. And I'll be showing up to Commander Night this week. And I want to get this deck, like, properly working. This deck we're going to be working on is one of my personal favorites, and it's gone through so many iterations. So yeah. Made 2 decks for Mono Blue game day I was invited to. Oh, that's terrifying. I can't play blue properly. I think the closest deck I have to a blue deck is my Alayla Cunning Conqueror Commander deck, which is basically a black deck that uses blue for flash shenanigans. I'm gonna sit in my little corner with my Tyranids and have a happy time swarming, and Godspeed. So, okay. Yeah, we're browser gaming today, fam. Let's go. So let's get started. This is gonna be pretty chill. I also have a bunch of... I'm also, like, workshopping the deck on paper while we're working on the deck in browser. So hopefully at least most of these cards will be on from my own collection. I also like to play on popular commanders because I think I'm special or something. No, I get it. I get it. My preference is playing commanders wrong. Or at least, like, suboptimal. Like, everyone's familiar with Esika, God of the Tree, or rather, they're more familiar with the backside of Esika, which, at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library till you reveal a creature or planeswalker card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. My deck doesn't play the Prismatic Bridge. My deck just plays Esika, God of the Tree. It turns all of your creatures into mana dork. All of your legendary creatures into mana dorks. Made Ixidor reality sculptor and the Indomitable. Know a few creatures you need to add first? I probably already know what they are. Fire away. Welcome to the library, everyone. My name is Alisai Farah. Feel free to pull up a chair, grab a glass of water. We make sure to stay hydrated around here, and please, above all else, enjoy the stream. Depending on how strong you want it, fire away. First cards I'm gonna add are... Relic of Legends and Inga and Esika to double up on, the effect of, tapping legendary creatures for mana. Inga and Esika, there you go. You know what, I'll join you in some tinkering? Hell yeah, let's go. Kinnan? Alright, Kinnan is outside my range. But I can do something kind of similar with Leyline of Abundance. Oz asked my tech support to come to see if they know your problem. You really didn't have to. I mean, I appreciate it, but, like, I have my own tech support, too. I wonder. So, I'm actually surprised. So, there's a certain set of, is Zimone all questioning good in the deck? Let me look up Zimone. All questioning at the beginning of your end step if a land enter. Alright, she has a... She's got a landfall. It also gets a really cool person to come to stream. We'll see. There's only so much troubleshooting that I can do while streaming. Since it makes a legendary creature token. Oh, okay. I see what you're getting at. I don't think so. Or at the very least, the end step is kind of meh. Yeah. Yeah, and it's not a true landfall ability either. And also, something I've noticed from previous iterations of this deck, the 3 mana slot is going to be super, super contested. What bracket are you trying to build? Bracket 2-3. Somewhere around there. Something that can play in that level. Cadric Soul Kindler. I think I remember that one. I'll deal with my 2 Eminence decks, I think. Local Bit, welcome back to the library. Hope you're doing wonderfully today. What's Cadric? Legend rule doesn't apply to tokens you control. Another non-token legendary permanent enters the battlefield and you control may pay 1. Maybe? Maybe. Slap him in considering. Cats first because they're in a desperate need. Cats always are in a desperate need. So, let me bring up a few cards that nobody has mentioned yet, but are kind of staples of how I play this deck, and you'll start to grasp the theme real fast. That's the name of the turtle. Let's see. Oh, Imara. So this is kind of what we're, the vibe that we're going for. Taking creatures that, when they become tapped, they do something else. Vigilance and tapping untapped? Exactly. So you also have stuff like, or at least stuff that I have, like Quest for Renewal. If you want things to do something when it's tapped. Yes. Oh, I know who you're thinking of. Yeah, I've thought of him before, but I don't know. Miri Weatherlight Duist, way ahead of you, Jam. Way ahead of you. I found that tech a while ago. Well, actually not that long ago, just like a little while ago. I found Miri and Arkelos at about the same time. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of mean. This is a bit Staxy. His name isn't Midas, is it? No. It turned my entire pod against me on Saturday. Perfect. Let me go through my physical cards to see if there's anything else that Did I forget any of my other silly tappy cards? I'm sitting in the corner like Emperor Palpatine, good, given to your hate. Oh, also to duplicate the effect, we've got Paradisa, Paradise Mantle, which I do have a physical copy of. Kiora Behemoth Beckoner. I just went through these. Oh, right, and since we're playing with Legends, Joyra, Weatherlight Captain, and the not. In before, ew, universes beyond. Let me check my mount vehicle stacks. I mean, the thing is, Kona? Here's the thing, alright. Here's why I'm on the fence about Kona. Kona does a great thing. At the beginning of your second main phase, if Kona Rescue Beastie is tapped, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. More often than not, my problem isn't getting permanents from my hand onto the battlefield because all of my creatures can tap for mana. The problem that I run into is making sure there's enough ways to replenish cards in my hand. I mean, like, the top end that I usually play in this deck is Avacyn Angel of Hope, which is 8 mana. I can drop Avacyn turn 5, like, terrifyingly consistently. Yeah, Jam. I can drop Avacyn turn 5. At the latest, turn 6. Rip Spawn... It's been a while since I've looked up what Rip Spawn Hunter does. It's freaking awesome. Oh, yeah. Beginning of your second main phase of Rip Spawn Hunter is tap to reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is its power. Put any number of creature and or vehicle cards with different powers from among them into your hand. Rest on the bottom of your library. Okay. Let's put you in considering. Oh, spicy bit of tech. I don't think this is bracket 2. Probably not. I'm probably underestimating how powerful the deck is. Just realized you're using Moxfield in light mode. Yes. Accursed Crow God. Welcome to the library. If you're doing wonderfully today. Ah, you're the one Ash was talking about. Got it. I have a spicy bit of tech. Your traffic thing. It's quite pleasant to look at in light mode, TBF. True. Oh, graphics thing? So my, I assume Crow is the one who you were talking about to sort out my, my difficulties. Crow's a smart guy. Cool. Nice to meet you. I can try to help. What's the issue? Alright. So I started stream on my graphics card after swapping to it and doing virtual camera tests, all that jazz, with no problems. And starting stream, very quickly ran into an encoder overload message. Can I read the commander again? Sure. Esika, God of the Tree, Vigilance. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Other legendary creatures you control have Vigilance, and tap, add 1 mana of any color. Jam, you're gonna you would enjoy this devious little piece of tech. Okay, so there's a few things to try with this issue. Firstly, do you run OBS as admin? I do, yes. Najila is basically... Crow, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the library. I hope you enjoy your time here with us. Here's the thing, I don't necessarily want an Najila 1-card combo. I'll add her to considering, but not necessarily the vibe. Not that I'm devoid of combos. Is this the game that made you run into the encoder issue, or did you try something else beforehand? I wasn't even playing a game at the time. I was on my intro screen. Is your video bitrate set to? $6,000 kilobits per second. This is the one combo that I'm content running here, which would be Freed from the Real, Commander Paradise Mantle, Relic of Legends, or Inga and Esika, and any of my tappers to just tap and untap. Sorry, how much did you say my children are being left? 6,000. Is Tongarth fun? Presumably you mean Tongarth first mate? Can't be blocked by more than one creature whenever an opponent attacks with one or more creatures. If Tahngarth is tapped, you may have that opponent gain control of Tahngarth until end of turn. Not... love OG Tahngarth. I don't think it's necessarily what we're going for, per se. Usually this is left unchecked. You can never tell with Microsoft these days. Is game mode off? Yes. I think. I doubt you'll run a lot of instant spells for Calamite. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. This isn't quite that build. Here, let me check. Output resolution. 1920 by 1080. 16 by 9. I'll give you fire. Derevi, you mean the creature version? Might be a little high power though. Oh, I was thinking Duretti. The Revi Imperial Tactician enters the battlefield where a creature you control deals combat damage to a player. You may tap or untap target permanent. Yeah, I don't know. Any flash? Six mana. Return target permanent card. Yeah, with my cousin this afternoon to go over her settings because she was running into the same issues. If you can fill, so if I can fill Ashen to tell you later on if you like, there's some things to try that you couldn't test while trying to stream. Okay. Coolness, thank you. Zaro Jonin.
Every day, every heart, lila lula, don't you hear the ringing? Lila lula la la.
Okay. Whenever Zaro Jonin Sign of Efrava becomes tapped. Of course, I'll leave alert because this seems fun. I haven't done magic in a long time. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with toughness less than the number of basic land types among lands you control. This song? This is my custom playlist of music that will not get you DMCA'd on Twitch. You only think of the twerking animation? Oh.
The time flows cruelly, unchanging in humanity. We were to a point of no return. Don't know how we should do.
Okay, so something I need to keep in the forefront of my mind, because very often I wind up, like, every single time I try to start from scratch, I wind up getting lost in the weeds. I need to keep in mind, how does this deck win? How many elves? Usually the play pattern goes turn 1 land, turn 2 land 2 drop, turn 3 Esika, and then we jump to like 5 mana turn 4. 5, 6 mana turn 4. Creature that I do tend to... I don't know if it is being... I don't know if it's being a little too, Oh, Kalain? I have Kalain. I think the best,
Humanity clings to the past of nostalgia. Will they ever
method would be go wide +1/+1 counters. Kalain Reclusive Painter, yeah? Enters, create a treasure token. Other creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each mana from a treasure spent to cast them. Go wide +1/+1 counters with mana sinks. That works. That checks out. So thinking stuff like Leyline of Abundance, Shalai? I haven't thought of Shalai in a while. What does Shalai do? You, planeswalkers you control, and other creatures you control have hexproof. Okay, and she doesn't turn over. Okay. Yeah, let's plant her in here as well. Oh, tell you what, while we're talking about, like, protecting creatures, we grab a couple of my pet planeswalkers. A couple of my favorite planeswalkers. I think that every deck that should run Kasmina Enigmatic Mentor, because it gives all of your creatures and planeswalkers Ward 2. You got 6 creatures and you can just use them for a buff before going to your turn. Yeah. Drum Bellower? How expensive is Drum Bellower? $11. Ugh. Hang on, there's also, there are probably alternatives. There's a room from Duskmourn that also does this. I can't remember what it is. Hang on. Am I right in remembering that I can use Scryfall search terms? Yes, I can! Let's go! Having a focus on activated abilities could work. Agatha. Agatha's a good idea for that. Zerda. Where is room? Is it phrases untap each creature you control? There we go. Dazzling Theater Prop Room. Untap each creature you control during each other player's untap step. That's the one I was thinking of. That was Companion, just as in 99 was. Ready and Willing is really silly. Let me search up Zerda. What does Zerda do? Abilities you activate that aren't mana abilities cost 2 less to activate. This effect can't reduce the mana in that cost to less than 1 mana. Okay. Plarg. Unfortunately, non-legendary, non-land card is setting a very narrow focus. And even Augustus' side, whenever you attack, untap each creature you control. Friggin', Urabrask is a little too mean. Urabrask is too mean for me. Don't forget you just said Agatha, yeah. I did just say Agatha. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost X less to activate, where X is Agatha of the Ball Cauldron's power. This effect can't reduce the mana in that cost to less than 1 mana. Coward? Yeah. Torgal? I have Torgal. Or was that in response to seeing Torgal? Made a deck around that good boy last week. Hell yeah. Mono green game. I seem to I'm noticing a trend. Oh, I'll tell you what, blue is the last color. Nice. Final Fantasy reminded me of...
Waking up now to my real life, let me daydream.
Sarah is such an underrated card.
I got older.
She's really good.
Is it over? Is it over?
Reduce legendary creature casting costs, and then she also gives +2/+2. Bard class? I think I've considered Bard class before. I don't remember why. Legendary creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them. Legendary spells you cast cost red and green less. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. I don't mind adding that to considering. God, how many cards do we have in considering? 7. You mostly use it for the first 2 levels? Yeah. Tell you what, actually let's move all the considering cards to the main deck, and like once we've thrown as many cards as we can in, we can start taking stuff out. Erratic, welcome back to the library. Hope you're doing wonderfully today. I'll drink water and breathe and stretch. Thank you for the boba. Catilda Dawnheart. Dawnheart Martyr or Prime? Protection from werewolves, human creatures you control, put a +1/+1 count. Oh, I assume for the +1/+1 counters? Just as I was considering getting back into Magic, I'm so sorry. Anything for removal? Yes. Hull Breach? Is that the one red and one green one?
It's our turn to fight back. Reclaim the future that we all believe in. It won't be
Destroy target artifact, or destroy target enchantment, or destroy target artifact. Or destroy target artifact and target enchantment. That's really funny. Gem, I'll do you one better. We playing IRL or in the arena? IRL. Which is why I'm hoping at least most, if not all of these cards are already in my collection. Got to say Hull Breacher is banned. She put one sorcery in the deck. Let's go. Oh, Heroes Podium. Each legendary creature you control gets +1/+1 for each other legendary creature you control. Canine Mark 1? If you can only put one, it should be casualties of war. Casualties of war. Oh, I see.
Passing by familiar roads, I couldn't find
That's silly.
why. Who I am, you couldn't know. Stuck in the ruins, my disillusion. In between the dual reality, my own desire.
It's when you can always cast. That's true. That is what, that... The one downside of Decimate is that you need a valid target for everything. But if you consider Decimate as just like a worse board wipe, Mario one's the best? Oh, Ruinous Ultimatum. That is one I have. Rona Herald of Invasion? Oh, don't worry. I've already got her, and there's... I've goldfished with a previous version of this deck where I've drawn almost through my entire library with Rona, Joyra, and Leyline Immersion on Rona. Pokemon, welcome back to the library. Hope you're doing wonderfully today. Did you add K9? What does K9 do? As long as K9 is untapped, other legendary creatures you control have Ward 1. In a weird way, that's kinda antithetical. Because if I want K9 to be untapped, I can't use him for mana. Actually, looking at your deck... Yeah? Let's see, what have I had in the previous version that I have in paper right in front of me? Oh, the Sisseys. Niv Mizzet Reborn and Niv Mizzet Guild Pact, really? Let's see. Niv Mizzet Reborn, reveal the top 10 cards of your library for each color pair. Choose a card that's exactly those colors. Okay. And Niv Mizzet Guild Pact, flying hexproof and multicolored. Whenever Niv Mizzet Guild Pact deals combat damage to a player, deals X damage to any target player, X draws X cards, you gain X life, where X is the number of different color pairs among the permanents you control that are exactly 2 colors. I'm keen on Guild Pact. That's really funny. It deals X damage to any target. Target player draws X cards, and you gain X life. So you can target yourself with drawing X cards. Niv Reborn is gonna be so busted when they add purple mana. Do you realize how long ago it's been since I've heard any sort of joke about purple mana? Holy. 2 different targets. Sick.
Down the street, it's now shut down and in construction. The park we shared so many good memories.
Purple what?
Of a brand new scene. This
There were jokes a while back about adding a 6th color of mana. How many 2 colors are there right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Is it creatures or permanents? Permanents. 17. That's it. Most of them are the same 2 colors. Oh yeah. So, be mindful that ultimately this deck is probably going to wind up being a Bant deck splash red and black.
I couldn't find any meaning with information exceeding. Gotta find a way for perceiving sparks of joy. Now I can see the world so wide. The city shining in my eyes.
Jarina. Dauntless General.
Can feel this hope inside the lights. Put up your hands,
Some required graveyard hate. And also protection.
we will find they'll be waiting around for you and I. With the love that I found for all these times, the joy will spread and make it right.
Protection is always important, the more you know.
Nice.
The town is
Which ones of these are my wizards?
everyone's voice. Only
1 wizard, 2 wizards.
watching from afar. I can't go home because I'm afraid
Oh, that's the 3rd wizard. Okay.
without me. I'm the one.
I haven't heard this song in a while. Listen, I personally am a I'm a filthy 1 brain cell Bridget main.
Impatient, but it was bearable. I've had the gray haze for a long time though. I never found out what it was. It's my stress, that's for sure.
Speaking of Final Fantasy,
To run away. I was very motivated.
I adore running Jill Shiva's Dominant.
This feeling, who would I ask? I've been patient, but it was bearable. I've had the gray haze for a long time though.
Bounce from hand, does transform. Good stuff.
Vegetables I don't like.
Oh, a card I've been... Okay. Okay. Chat. What is everyone's thoughts on Tale of Katara and Toph? Creatures you control have, whenever this creature becomes tapped for the first time during each of your turns, put a +1/+1 counter on it.
I'm not waiting for Santa Claus. I already have the gift, just can't open the box.
Sounds good to me.
I know all about it. No one can solve it unless I decide to do something about it. It's not even a case. I've been patient, but it was bearable. I've had the gray haze for a long time though. I never found out what it was. I
During
hate the
during
alarm
each of
clock.
your turns. So
The town is lightning, and
once during your turn. Less likey. I should probably throw Raph Capuchin up here too. Historic Flash is not it's not bad. I'm not leaving you again. Alright, we're also at our first hour, so I'm gonna stand up, stretch, take care of a couple things around the library. I'm also gonna get some more water. I highly encourage all the rest of you to do the same. We're gonna run some ads. Just so Twitch doesn't interrupt us. And I'll see you all in just a little bit. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Tonight the moon is rose in a crimson red, but roses gotta wither, so I'll live forever instead. And now I can't get rid of all of these thorns in my head. Bring on the hemorrhaging, I guess I'll live inside your memory. Another distorted story that ignored the deceased. I'll live inside of a castle, pray I'm never released. I'd rather kick it in the dungeon, cause I'm that kind of beast. I'll bet my heart on the cards, because I trust me the least. Pressure man, I'm do that. Precious moments, no about it. Restless ephemeral, scream and shout it. The best don't sleep, I was all about it. But weeping keeps tucked in shadows. This creeping feeling of identity battles closing in on every side of me. Red tomorrow, red today. Dread sorrow, can't turn away. Can't turn back. Time, I'll always be a prisoner to my ambition. Last petals fly, I'll dance your tune, but hold your breath, guess who's running the show? And when this river runs black, I'll ask you, was I everything you imagined? When my time's finally up, the sun's falling down, I'll turn stone again. Every day spikes stay relevant, and I cannot last. So relish shit, then our planet's fast. This whole ditch, toss out the past, and distract the rich. Nobody asked, but the mask is not right fit. And his fiction's no disaster in spite of it. I stay curious, what comes after it's mysterious, and it hold on, stay beautiful, stay young. There are blades to be swung, red rising soon. Regard the moon reflected in the crimson song tonight. Red tomorrow, red today. Dread sorrow, can't turn away. Can't turn back. Time, I'll always be a prisoner to my ambition. Last petals fly, I'll dance your tune, but hold your breath, guess who's owning the throne? So come alive now, once again, so I can chase you down. We are 5 minutes away from the end is come. Continue slashing, for die must, or else just fade away. There's a drive inside all of us, and never ending around us. Seeking way deep down inside of us, yeah, thinking that reaping is all it was and is now. Gotta find a way out, escape how fate has a funny way of shaking the weak down. Am I gonna peak now? Future looking bleak, well, somehow incomplete after all. Can't turn back. Time, I'll always be a prisoner to my ambition. Last petals fly, I'll dance your tune. Don't hold your breath for me. And when this river runs black, I'll ask you, was I everything you imagined? When my time's finally up, the sun's falling down, I'll just fade away.
Hi, chat. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay. Last we left our intrepid heroes. Welcome back, thank you. So, Tale of Katara and Toph, not so hot on it then. It may be a little too cute. Just a bit. Let's see if we're going for activated abilities. Classic, Gretchen Titchwillow. 2, a green and a blue. Draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. She's also a 2-drop, so that's gonna ramp us after turn 3. Oh, I tell you a card I did get the other day. That is also a bit stacksy, but also 2-drop. Spider-Woman, Stunning Savior. I think we wanna up the number of 2-drops. Ooh, let me throw in Swiftfoot Boots. The Essential Ramp. So Farseek. Nature's Lore. Oh, Kolvori. Okay, +1/+1 counters was said. Oh, I should, like, make room for friggin' Soul Ring as well. Never forget the essentials. for going for activated abilities, is Sita Varma too cute? Green and a blue. Exhaust X, green, green, blue. Put X +1/+1 counters on Sita Varma. Then you may have the base power and toughness of each other creature you control become equal to Sita Varma's power until end of turn. I've used her in a few iterations of this deck. But also I am very much inclined to get lost in the weeds. Let's see, how many pieces of just like straight up ramp do we have? We have 1, 2... like stuff we can drop onto 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questionable. Relic of Legends is 7. Sarah is 8. It's 9, 10. Okay. You have to think about things a little bit different when you've got a mana dork that can turn every other creature into a mana dork in the command zone. How many triggered abilities do we have? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Well, I friggin' for Joyra and Vinat alone, any joins up is worth it. Which I do have, and I feel no reservations about throwing into the deck. Let me move cards that I don't have into the sideboard area. Just so I clean up some stuff. And by cards I don't have, I mean cards I don't own in paper. Okay, of these cards, I really like Shalai, I really like Dazzling Theater and Prop Room. Zerda is interesting. Okay, Zerda doesn't make stuff free. This effect can't reduce the mana and that costs to less than 1 mana. Okay. That's fine. We have in terms of... Okay. CMC 7 Ruinous Ultimatum. Okay. Alright, and we're at 26 creatures. Which is, frankly, fair. Let's see. Oh, right, Second Wind. Second... Wind. Two into blue, enchant creature, tap the enchantment to tap enchanted creature, tap the enchantment to untap enchanted creature. This is the niche bullshit that we live for here. Oh, Rhythm of the Wild. Creature spells you control can't be countered. Non-token creatures you control have Riot. They enter the battlefield with your choice of a +1/+1 counter or haste. Okay, I have thoughts and questions. If we're going +1/+1 counters, making creatures bigger. I don't know about Kalain. Like, sure, on paper, Kalain does what we want to do, but we're not really making, treasures. I'm going lurk mode, I'm at work, so lol can't hear you. Y'all, if you're not currently following Jack, what in the world are you doing? Jack is an absolutely fantastic artist, beloved friend of the library, and well worth your support. Let's see. In terms of other haste enablers, we have Dynair, Invoker Adept, and Ash said Samut earlier, but I think instead of Voice of Dissent, I want to go for Tyrant Smasher. Creatures you control have haste and -1 loyalty. Target creature gets +2/+1, gains haste until end of turn. Scry 1. Yeah. Let's see. Spark Double could be very funny. I'm only considering Spark Double because I already have it in paper. Oh, what was I thinking? Chat, I have a... Let me put some cards on the chopping block. Put Marchesa in, considering put... Oh, what's your name? The one that gives creatures you control melee. Adriana, Captain of the Guard. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. For each opponent you attack this combat, other creatures you control have melee. What do we think of either of these? Marchesa giving all your creatures dethrone. And whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. Notably, does not have to happen on your turn. Adriana, Captain of the Guard. Melee, other creatures you control have melee. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1 for until end of turn for each opponent you attacked this combat. Adriana might be a little too cute for this deck, because we can't we're not necessarily going for infinite combat steps. I think. Maybe Adriana, like I was also considering Aurelia, the war leader. Like, these two cards combo with each other very well. What Adriana needs is, like, scaling. You can't get, in a normal 4-person game, the most you can get out of Adriana is +3/+3 per creature. With Aurelia, who gives you an extra combat phase, that stacks. So if you don't wind up, like, abusing that, you can get +6/+6 total in a turn. And I'm well aware that there's ways to Aurelia, like, infinite loop combat steps. Like, that is a possibility. With something like Gilrain. Yeah, so with Gilrain, 2 tap, exile another target creature you control. You may return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If you don't, at the beginning of the next end step, return to the battlefield under its owner's control the vigilance counter and a lifelink counter on it. Hang on. There we go. So running... So with, like, infinite tap, untap stuff, you have Gilrain, Adriana, Aurelia. But I think each one on its own is a little too weak, except for maybe Gilrain. Aurelia does give an extra combat step and lets you, untap all creatures. Like, that's an effective, Nagila thing. I don't mind moving Aurelia to the main board. But then Marchesa. Dethrone. Whenever this creature attacks the player with Helgo deck build, I'm jam help. I'm wandering into the weeds. I'm 48 cards in, and I'm like, ugh, I feel the siren call of unfocused nonsense. Unfocused shenanigans. Niv Mizzet Guild Pack needs combat damage. Not just an attack, but combat damage. I feel like Annie Flash is too expensive for what she does, eh? Let's move Dazzling Theater prop room to the main deck. I do also want to move Shalai to the main deck. Those two I'm pretty confident about. And we start sorting cards into what they do. So like untap. Let me enable tags. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. See, ramp. 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 You go and ramp. Ostensibly. You could go in ramp. I'm not gonna put you in ramp. 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 And ramp. What? Whoa, that got crunchy real fast. Alright. What was that? That was my upload dropping briefly. Oh, we're dropping again. Fun! It should get better in just a few seconds. The Pixels Mason! What do they mean? I think it was protesting your deck? Probably. You go in ramp. Draw. Draw. Where's Vinat? Draw. I think we need to put Agatha in a particular activated abilities. Activated abilities creatures. Gretchen goes in that. Dynair goes in that. Shalai goes in that. Technically, Kolvori goes in that. I'll slap, I'll put a power category. Where, like, Heroes Podium goes. You go and draw. I guess Sisei goes in activated abilities creatures. As do you. Rhythm of the Wild goes in the power category. As do you. Chat, look at our one piece of removal so far. Let's go. Okay, at risk of being the silly, what goes in a removal category? Okay. Let's see. Obviously, Swords to Plowshares. Hey chat, what do you think of Ashling the Pilgrim? One in a red, put a +1/+1 counter on Ashling the Pilgrim. If this is the third time this ability is resolved this turn, remove all +1/+1 counters from Ashling the Pilgrim, and it deals that much damage to each creature and each player. I like playing with some weird stuff. I like being weird. Slap the control label on these. Control, 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 control. Five pieces of removal, 31 creatures, and friggin' Drana and Lavala. The girlfriends. Activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated. If someone copies this, I'm screwed. High stakes high reward card? Oh yeah. Kurtar's Wrath? I'm guessing this is a Warhammer. It's not a Warhammer. Kurtar sounds like a Warhammer character. We have Warhammer cards? Yes. Jam has an entire, Tyrannid deck. Destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated. If 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, instead destroy all creatures. Then create 2 white spirit creature tokens with flying. Creatures destroyed this way can't be regenerated. Jam, I think at that point I would rather just play like Blasphemous Act. I don't know what, I don't know how often, Can't Be Regenerated would, I can't tell how often, Can't Be Regenerated would be important. I mean, there's obviously, friggin' Urza's Ruinous Blast. If you're not familiar with the absolute horror that is Urza's Ruinous Blast, legendary sorcery. Exile all non-land permanents that aren't legendary. high as wrath. Destroy all creatures. You gain life equals the number of creatures you control that were destroyed this way. Okay. No, I've got a better idea. Oh, what's her name? Choose friend or foe. Regna's Sanction. Jam, when you said 4 mana, that reminded me of this. For each player, choose friend or foe. Each friend puts a +1/+1 counter on each creature they control. Each foe chooses 1 untapped creature they control, then taps the rest. Pseudo removal, but more control. More control-y. You know what? I just added one to my vampires. It's absolutely effed up. It really is. Let me add protection, because protection is important. The more you know. Card called Killing Wave. It's a terrifying name. For each creature, its controller sacrifices it unless they pay X life. Gross! I hate it. Technically, I think Captain Sisay goes in draw, even though it's tutor. Also, Raph doesn't go in protection. Raph goes in control. Technically, any joins up goes in removal, I think. Yeah, Kalane is fine. Kalane just doesn't do any... The only card I can imagine going well with Kalane in this deck would be, friggin', Smothering Tithe. Which, like, I guess is fine, but at the same time, eh. Very silly. Actually, I think Rona goes in ramp, because that's how I use her. Look at how few cards I have in my draw. Chat, do we want to be super mean? Do we want to add a whole commander in the 99 of our Legends deck and use Y'shtola Nightblessed as a card draw engine? At the beginning of each end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you draw a card. I've also wanted to make like my own just Y'shtola Knight's Blessed deck. Just make it the meanest thing possible. Spark Double go in control? I think Spark Double goes in control. I think Narrative also goes in control. So that's 8 cards in control. Amara? I don't even know where Amara goes. I tell you what I want to add to removal. Black Cat Cunning Thief. 3 and 2 black. When Black Cat enters, look at the top 9 cards of target opponent's library. Exile 2 of them face down, then put the rest on the bottom of their library in a random order. You may play the exiled cards for as long as they remain exiled. Mana of this type can be spent to cast spells this way. I guess she goes in power because she makes creature tokens. Another bloody Monday. What to say? 5 sorceries, 1 instant, 6 artifacts, 9 enchantments. Nice. 33 creatures, 4 planeswalkers. I'll say. Alright. I'll see what I can do on my own time before this Thursday. Because I think this is a good and proper, like, this is a proper mess of cards. So I'll test it out on my own time. But for now, I think we're gonna look for someone to raid as soon as I can find a GIF to put over the screen. Loud, scream and shout. Hell yeah. All right. Okay. Briefly had an encoder overload, but you know. Oh, we're still having an encoder overload. Great. Okay. Are we better? Gods. Okay. Animation's looking so good. Thanks. We're gonna be working on it tomorrow. We here at the library stream 3 days every single week: Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. Typically playing video games, but also just like doing other stuff, like we did today. And we stream every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, doing digital art and animation like we will tomorrow. We're going to continue working on this animation right here. So I think we're gonna raid Spelly. Thanks for great stream as always. You smashed it today. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully things will run smoother tomorrow. Hopefully. We're gonna raid Spelly, who's also doing art. Who's doing art right now. Thank you all so much for joining us here today. I've been Saifara. This has been the library, and y'all have been absolutely fantastic. Hope to see you all tomorrow, but if not, do what you need to do. Rest where you can. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And until we all meet again, may you all find your happily ever afters. The library is now closed.